Alright, welcome back to Mike and Cam, the channel with a funny accent. Today we will compare 3 of the newest SE Electronics microphones, and I will compare it to the V7 and a surprise microphone, which is iconic to say the least. Let's get started. These 3 microphones range from $148 to $289. The fourth is the V7, which is a different capsule but also very interesting, and it is a pretty chunk cheaper because it costs around $100. The DCM mics come standard with a thread adapter, SE sticker and a manual. Only the DCM8 comes with an extra windscreen, similar to the one from the SM7B. All of them have dynamic capsules with a cardioid polar pattern. I will show you how that sounds in a minute. 2 of the microphones have an option to alter the sound. For the first part I will switch them to neutral, so all of them have the same starting point. The DCM6 and the DCM8 have a dynamite preamp installed. The mics can indeed be run in passive and active mode, meaning with amplifier with added 48 volts of phantom power, or without the amplifier with no need of phantom power. If you like what you saw until this point, you're welcome. If you want to show your appreciation, I would appreciate a little like, or a subscribe, or a comment, or something like this. Be creative. Alrighty, this is the Mike and Cam patented distance test. Now I am as far as possible away from the DCM3, and now I am as far away as possible from the DCM6, and now I am also as far away as possible from the DCM8, and now I am as far away as possible from the SM7B. And I'm gonna spare the V7 because my arm is too short. Now I'm about 50 centimeters away from the DCM3. And now I'm about 50 centimeters away from the DCM6. And now I am about 50 centimeters away from the DCM8. And now I am 50 centimeters away from the SM7B. And now I am about 50 centimeters away from the V7. Now I am about 20 centimeters away from the DCM3. And now I am about 20 centimeters away from the DCM6. And now I am about 20 centimeters away from the DCM8. And now I am about 20 centimeters away from the SM7B. And now I'm about 20 centimeters away from the V7. This is 10 centimeters to the DCM3. This is 10 centimeters to the DCM6. This is 10 centimeters to the DCM8. And this is 10 centimeters to the Shure SM7B. And this is about 10 centimeters away from the V7. And this is full contact with the DCM3. This is full contact with the DCM6. This is full contact with the DCM8. And this is full contact with the SM7B. This is full contact with the V7. Now every one of these mics is connected to the same microphone interface. It's the Behringer UMC404 HD. The gain on every mic is exactly the same. It's 3 o'clock. And this is the noise floor of these microphones. Keyboard test. What you hear now is my typing on a Rubber Dome gaming keyboard while talking into the DCM3. And now I am talking into the DCM6. And now I am about to talk, and I will be talking, and I am talking in the DCM8. And this is what the Shure SM7B sounds while typing when I'm talking. When I'm typing while I'm talking, you know what I mean. Yeah. And this is what you get type sound wise from the V7. I am typing in the same distance from the microphone as all the other microphones, and I am talking also at the same distance, about 20 centimeters. And this is what the keyboard will sound like in your recording. These microphones have cardioid polar patterns, which means they sound exactly like this when I talk into the front of it, and when I wander around to the side, the microphone will more likely sound like this. On the DCM6, on the other hand, my voice will sound like this, talking into the front of the microphone and turning around to the 90-degree side of the microphone. On the DCM8, my voice sounds like this, in front of the microphone. And when I wander around to the 90-degree side, this is what my voice will change to. And here we have the DCM3. My voice sounds a little bit like this if I talk into the front, and when I turn around to the 90-degree side, this is what my voice will change to. And if you look for a microphone that rejects sounds from the side like hell, you should look for a V7, because this is my voice sound from the front of the microphone, and when I turn around to the side, this is what my voice changes to. And I think this is pretty impressive. I mean, this is a stage microphone. It is intended to act like this. I think it's time to compare the microphones with the amplifier, with the dynamite amplifier. Okay, I will kill all my other microphones that are connected, because my stupid interface can only switch on or off the phantom power. So I guess, yeah, here goes nothing. Okay, this is super loud. The mics offer 30 decibels of gain. And I will have to turn down my interface. Wait a second. I turned down my interface from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, meaning half rotation. Now it's about, pretty less. This is what the microphones sounds now. And this is the sound of the DCM6, and this is the sound of the DCM8. What's the noise floor looking like in comparison passive and active amplifier? Nice. The integrated amplifiers of these microphones are pretty impressive. They offer 30 decibels of gain. And the last thing to compare is the sound differences the switches on the backside of these two microphones can make. The SM7B has a low cut and a presence boost switch. The DCM8 has a low cut or a low boost switch and a presence boost in 2 steps. So these are the two microphones with flat setting. This is the Shure SM7B in flat setting. This is the Shure SM7B with presence boost. This is the SM7B with the low cut enabled. And this is the SM7B with enabled low cut and enabled presence boost. This is the DCM8 in flatline setting. Flatline is not the correct term, I guess. This is the DCM8 with presence boost step 1. And this is the DCM8 with presence boost step 2. This is the DCM8 with no presence boost but with low cut. And this is the DCM8 with enabled low boost and with no presence boost. And this is the DCM8 with full presence boost on step 2 and with low boost. The DCM8 as well as the SM7B comes with close proximity pop filters. This is the one from the from the DCM8, and this is the one from the SM7B, which has red fluff on it. I don't know why. But for comparison, this is the SM7B without any pop filter. This is the DCM8 without pop filter. This is the Shure SM7B with the thin pop filter, which I consider normal. And this is the DCM8 with the big pop filter for close proximity, talking with a loud voice, with low cut enabled and presence boost enabled. And this is the Shure SM7B also with the big close proximity pop filter with low cut enabled and also with presence boost enabled. What do you think about this comparison? Which one do you like best? If you want to see more of my silly stuff or informative stuff, depends on you what you think it is, just scroll down and take a look at one of my other videos. And thanks for watching. Bye bye. Besides that, it landed on its head. I threw the screw on the table and it landed like this. Check this out. What are the odds of this?